Hey, it's me again, and?
What's up? I'm Christine.
Hi. So this is episode number 2. We're going to tell a short story, but to preface the story a little bit, I'm going to have to explain a couple of things. So this probably happened around 2003 or 2004, and I was a deputy in the sheriff's department, local rural sheriff's department. And as a sheriff's deputy, and I'm sure in all law enforcement, when you leave your unit or get out of your unit, you always call out. You know, you don't pull over and do something without letting dispatch know what you're doing in case something happens. So this happened around 3 o'clock in the morning. I was on my way home. I was racing my partner home. We both got off at 3 in the morning, and he lived in one direction, I lived in the other. So I'm going pretty quick, trying to beat him home. The goal was to call out of service before dispatch found something for you to do or a new call came out. So I'm speeding along quite a bit on this 2-lane road. There's never traffic that time in the morning. It's a little country road. And I come over this horizon, and there's a good-sized dip in the road. I come over this horizon, I see something standing on the white line of the road on my side. So I kind of swerve to the center road and pass it. And as I pass it, I realized there was 2 people standing in the road. So I slam on the brake, make a U-turn, start coming back. And at this time I got my light bar turned on, and I turn my spotlight on. And I pull up to 2 people standing right on the white line. And as I look at them, they're mannequins. At least they appeared to be mannequins. There was a man who looked to be about 70 years old. He was probably 6 foot tall. He had white hair, white beard, startling bright blue eyes. He was wearing a white shirt and bib overalls. And linked to him, they were locking elbows together, was what appeared to be his wife. Old lady, probably 70 years old, short, wearing period type clothing like a blouse, a frilly looking blouse, a long denim skirt. She had a purse in her other elbow, hanging off her elbow. And so I pull up right next to him, and I roll down my window. It's fall, it's kind of cold. And I got my spotlight right in their face, and I'm thinking to myself, who would put mannequins on the white line of the road at 3 in the morning on a road where there's no traffic at all? Right? So after looking at him for a while, I just kind of shrug it off and make a U-turn and head home. I live about 3 miles away from there, which was completely out of character for me and pretty much every cop I've known that I've ever worked with, not to call this out. It could be dangerous. So I drive home, and I'm home probably in about 5 minutes. I get out of my unit and I walk in the house, and then suddenly I just had like a reality check. I'm like, what the heck just happened? I mean, under normal circumstances, I would have gotten out of my unit, investigated, especially me. I like this kind of stuff. I would have seen, looked around, see if there's any kids playing tricks. And then I started thinking about, those are mannequins. Those were the most lifelike looking mannequins I've ever seen. I mean, they look like people frozen in time to me in retrospect. But I walk into the house, and I start taking my uniform off, and my wife wakes up and she says, what's going on? Because I was acting kind of noisy. And I said, I just seen the weirdest thing. And I said, I'll be right back. And I put my shirt back on and jump back in my unit, and I drive back over there. Time probably, at the most 15 minutes had elapsed. And as I'm driving over there, I'm startled that I didn't call out at dispatch saying, there was people on the road, somebody's pulling a prank or anything like that. I get there and there's nothing there. And I pull my unit to the side road, I get my flashlight out, I look around for tracks to see, if I could find any kind of clue that somebody was pulling a joke. There was no indication of anything. And like I said, at 3 in the morning on that road, if you get 2 cars per hour on that road, that's probably a lot. So it'd be kind of a useless joke to pull at 3 in the morning anyway. And had they been there earlier, if somebody would have passed, they would have probably called dispatch 911 right away saying there's somebody pulling a joke. But the most startling part was that these people looked like real people. And for some reason in my mind, I didn't call out on the radio. I didn't say anything. completely out of character for me. I mean, somebody lose a bale of hay and I'll pull over and say, dispatch, I'm getting out of my unit. I'm going to remove a bale of hay from the side of the road, move it to the side of the road, just in case something happens, they know where you're at. So that was kind of weird. That still bugs me up until now, that at that time, I didn't get out and actually do something. So it was really weird. They looked like they were in mid-stride, getting ready to cross the road, and I just caught them off guard and they froze. Pretty strange, pretty strange. So attached to this video, I'm going to attach the one EVP that I got up in Chama at the cemetery a couple of weeks ago, which is pretty cool. I think it's a Class A EVP. And it's a weird one because this has happened to me 3 times in the past. I've been doing EVPs long before EVPs were even popular. I learned about EVPs on the Art Bell show in the 1980s. And, you know, and 3 times doing EVPs, I've had somebody say what I'm about to say or somebody else is about to say, but in a different voice. And the one in Chama at the cemetery is just like that. You'll see the EVP say something, then Christine will say something a second later. It just kind of repeats or says what she's going to say. And that's happened to me at the Sheriff's Department many years ago. And that's also happened to me out in the mountains south of here. So kind of interesting. Guys, please comment and let me know. I'd like to say please subscribe and all that good stuff, but obviously you're watching me on YouTube and you know how this works. And I think it's kind of cheesy when people always sit there and say, you know, subscribe, ring the bell and all this stuff. You know what you got to do. I'm going to tell you though, when I get to 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a drawing. I'm going to take those 100 subscribers and we're going to mix it up. And we're going to draw for a ½ ounce of 999 silver. It's a little silver bar. We're going to give it away. So until next time, see ya.
Neat, see ya.
Bye. I bet this is one.
Probably.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Are we gonna be able to find the bike again?
There's one right there. I got a big one. I bet this is one.